Hi there, welcome to the next video, and in this video I will show you how you can use the finally keyword to basically print the message even in such case that error is your program is kind of throwing an error, but even after that you want to manage the issue. So for example, let's say you have opened up a file with the help of file.open method, which we usually use to read the particular text file or some other file, and your program has thrown the error and the file is pretty big, so it will continue to take your resources. But then you can use the finally statement or the finally block within this error handling to basically close the connection and print the message, or simply just close the connection so that you are clearing up the resources that you have taken in your program or in your function. But then because it has just thrown the issue, that doesn't mean that you should not release those resources. So to do that kind of a thing, we use the finally block. So I'll show you by further extending our previous program division by 0, and that will show how it is going to the finally even after raising the exception in the previous try catch or try except block. Alright, so what I'll do is 5 div by 0 x comma y, and I will use the try over here and then simply say try x divided by y, return x divided by y, and then accept. Within the accept I will say 0 division error as te print zte, and then I will say finally, okay, and then colon and say print some issue happened but resources are cleared up. So this is basically it should be a final statement, and before that you should write all those statements like file connection dot close or clear the RAM or clear the cache and things like that. So if I just go ahead and execute that and say div by 0 and say 5 comma say even in case of 1, finally we see that some issue happened and resources are cleared up. So irrespective of what is happening, this code will always execute, right? If I go ahead and say 5 comma 0, what it does is it will going to handle the error over here by saying division by 0 error, and then finally it is printing the issue, which is some issue happened but resources are cleared up. So basically you can think of like I mentioned in the starting, that whatever final processing you want to do in terms of closing the file connection, clearing up the resources, you should do it over here in your programs so that you are releasing all of your resources. Or maybe for any other business case you may want to do some other kind of processing which you finally want to show it to your user. So that's about how you can use the finally clause or a statement over here and get the desired output.